The Netherlands is a well-known beer country. With brands like Heineken and Amstel available all around the world, the Dutch are well established in the international beverage market. Heineken is the second largest beer brewer in the world, with 168 breweries in 70 countries. However, the Dutch market is larger than Heineken. At the time of this recording, there are 793 breweries active in the country. There are also 307 beer brands who use the facilities of other breweries to create their own batches of beer. In 2021, all these breweries combined produced 22 million hectoliters beer, of which 13 million hectoliters was exported. It's not bad for a country of 17 million. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of ZILT. As you guys seen, we're gonna build a brewery. It is gonna be the windmill you saw in the intro, and I'm gonna convert it to a pub bar area. So let me show you the inspiration. And for this, we're going to Amsterdam for once. I normally don't reference anything from Amsterdam because it is not really representative for what we're building. But there is this really cool spot, and it's called De Gooier, which is a windmill a little bit outside the city center. And it is home to Brewery Het Ei. And this is one of the best beers in the country. And this spot is just so super cool place to have a drink. As you see, there are tables outside, and this whole area it's on the waterfront. And it's filled with tables outside of this really cool old windmill. And windmills were used to build the ingredients for beers or other strong liquors. So it makes sense that we're building this windmill. First off, I started to find an area which I had quite a hard time. I wanted to create it a little bit more into the city center, but that was kind of full. It has to be on the water, so I decided to build it just across the walled city. And I'm happy with the place I chose. It looks nice, and I mean, it is an industrial windmill, so it does make sense to have it outside the city center, right? So what you see me now, I added some quay walls, and I was then looking for a building on which I can put my windmill on top. I did it before once with like a sawmill, so I had some ideas, and here you see me trying to make like a wooden platform to add the windmill on top, but you're gonna see me delete it in just a second. And you guys probably notice as much as I do is that this is a process. When you're trying to build something custom, you're just gonna mess around with all types of buildings. And this time I was quite lucky that it didn't took too long. When I added these two buildings together, the two bakery buildings, I thought I could add the big hangar in the back and make it some kind of weird industrial building. And at this point it looks kind of decent, but I just have to mess around a little bit more to make it, to sell it a little bit. These buildings were also, just like I'm building it right now, probably not built exactly the way they were when they started, right? These buildings were old and they kept evolving, so yeah, buildings do that. So I thought I'll just keep working on it, and at some point I'm probably gonna love it, and I did. I really like it now. So here I'm adding a platform underneath the windmill, which is necessary because a windmill turns around. The top part, people often don't know it, but the top part of a windmill is supposed to be able to turn around in the wind. The custom asset I'm using, the one I built, it can't do that. It is not made to be moved around or anything. So, as you see, I'm just messing around here on screen. So we have some time to talk about last week, because you guys gave loads of feedback for what you would like to me to build, and I'm really grateful for it. So thank you so much, everyone who gave me all these great ideas for upcoming episodes. I have a whole list now of things which I would like to build and which you guys would like me to build. So that's fantastic. I also have some new ideas on making perhaps a holiday special, and I'm gonna find out if other creators want to join in. I've had that idea last year, but I was too late and travel schedules and busy and all kinds of stuff, and I got engaged in between, so that really didn't help for my my upload schedule either. And getting married and all that stuff. But yeah, this year I'm gonna try to do it again and trying to get some people to join in. I'm not sure if it is gonna work, but we'll see. The thing is, most creators will probably be busy playing CS2, I'm afraid so. But you never know, maybe there are still some around which are in doing something like that, so we'll see. Anyways, on screen, I am now breaking through one of the city walls. It is important that there is some way to get from the city to the brewery. So I thought I'll add a bike lane. I really had this idea before and I thought it would be really fun, but it turned out way cooler than I expected. So I made it like a modern infrastructure project. I added this real cool modern bridge and added the bike lane on like pillars, so it's just above the water. And here I'm adding some glass screens around it, but it looks like something you could see in the Netherlands. And I'm really starting to dig the modern with old stuff. Like that combination looks really cool. And later on you'll see me clean up the wall entrance. Here I'm just adding details and decals to try and get this whole area look a bit more like an actual place you want to hang out. It takes some time, but it's gonna be really cool in a sec. So in the meanwhile, I have a question for you guys. With CS2 coming, well, in a couple of weeks now, are you guys upgrading your PC? And I'm wondering, my PC isn't the heaviest one, so I need a new graphic card if I want to go on full settings. So that's one thing that's kinda, well, for me, postponing making videos in CS2, because I don't want to invest like €1,000 in a game which I'm not 100% sure of. I mean, it's probably gonna be okay, and I like what I'm seeing from creators, but I am not 100% convinced yet. Call me a skeptic, but for now I'll probably stay hanging around this game. But my question is, are you guys upgrading your PC for CS2? And or am I the only one who is thinking, my god, I need a really beefy graphic card to get that game going on my PC? What you guys probably didn't know is that a couple of years ago I used to play on Mac. I still work on Mac for as my day job as a photographer, but I bought this PC specifically for this game, and I never played another game than Cities Skylines 2. So yeah, that's or Cities Skylines 1. No, I mean CS1, of course. So that was quite a dedicated move for me to get into content creating, and it was the real motivator for starting this YouTube channel to somewhat also justify the reason I spent so much money on a game rig. It was a bit of a gamble, but happy I switched to PC for gaming. It is the way to go. And I noticed CS2 was not even coming to the Mac, which at least what I read, so I should read into the game more. What you see me do now is adding vegetation and adding a whole lot of beer, bikes and small details. And in the back I needed a ramp to get the trucks in, because it is not only a bar, it's also a brewery, so the beers needs to be delivered to other places, right? So this little cargo ramp on the back, it turned out really cool with the elevation difference and how it slowly grades up. I like it, and I'm adding this brick details because I guess it is old, and when it's old people would add bricks. But I wanted to break it up a bit, so I added these detailed bricks decals. And then I'm just adding some doors and beer bottles and a container and all that goodness to make more details. And I'm pretty sure in a second it is done. Because I forgot to record the part where I added the details and where I created this parking lot. So as you've seen, I created a parking lot for the guests. And I guess you would probably walk or go by bike. But when you have to buy beers, you're probably gonna bring your car to take the beers with you, right? Because you can't take a case of beer with you on the bike. Well, a Dutch person can, but normally you would just go by car. Here you see me fixing the breakthrough wall. So I'm adding some concrete on the sides where the grass ends, the grass slopes, to just nicely finish it off, and it would make sense because it is a modern breakthrough, so they use modern materials. But it looks cool. I like it. The colors are really neatly aligned, so it makes sense. And I thought it would be cool if I would just make a little tunnel out of it. So not the whole wall's deleted, but they try to keep little elements alive. So I just added this and then 2 steel beams to keep it in place. And that really is it. That's what I built this week. I am very happy with the results, and you'll see my before after right now, and you'll see that I made a ton of progress. It really filled in nicely, and I love the modern bridge next to the old windmill. So guys, this was the episode for this week. I want to give a massive thank you to my Patreons and all my new subscribers, because you guys make this channel go. I'm really happy with the last couple of episodes. Although I see a little incline in views, makes sense because CS2 is on the horizon, but I still see people joining from all across the globe, joining us in this process of building this Dutch little island. And it means the world to me that you all are watching. People who are watching from day one and people who are new, thank you so much. And if you for some reason had forgotten to like or subscribe, please do. You are very welcome, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Till next time, this was Jass. Bye.